What's up YouTube, Capital G here. Got a couple of quick and interesting duels for you guys to check out, including what could become the new Ad Ignister hotness. A little spicy tech and play here that actually can make this deck have some, ability to go first. It's actually kind of a shame that Ad Ignister have been one of the victims of the pandemic. A lot of their cards were released in Eternity Code, and that's when the pandemic started. No actual competitive Yu-Gi-Oh events. I know that Andre Torres, really great Yu-Gi-Oh player, he did top a regional in South America playing just the cards from Ignition Assault with Ad Ignister. I think he got like 7th or 8th at a regional event, and he played this deck as a blind go second, but this could be the go first ability of the archetype. So you guys will see, and usually I guess technically, you can make the Arrival Cybers Ad Ignister, and don't get me wrong, it's a strong card. It's unaffected by everything your opponent throws at it, but it's not a card that has any type of like real good removal. Its removal is not the most consistent. However, if you go for Accesscode Talker, that guy's removal is basically unstoppable because you can't respond to it, and he's actually going to go for that in his first turn. Just like the Arrival Cybers Ad Ignister, its attack can go absolutely through the roof. And what he's going to do is he's going to use this guy right here. This is Gachiri, a Ad Ignister, and this actually has the ability to make your Accesscode Talker unaffected by your opponent's card effects. So this is the way, like, you summon it, and basically it's kind of like unkillable, because for the remainder of your opponent's turn, they can't use any monster effects on it, or it's unaffected by everything, so not even monster effects. And we know it has that crazy removal effect where it can banish link monsters from your graveyard and then pop cards on your opponent's side of the field, and they can't respond. And since Ad Ignister likes to link summon, as basically every Cybers deck does, it's easy to pretty much load your graveyard up. So his opponent is he's packing the big guns. He's gonna go for Dark Magician. He's actually going to use Polymerization on Rainbow Neos, but he's not done. He's going to give up the Dark Magician to spin some of those monsters. Keep in mind, Accesscode Talker will not be, it's not going to go back to the extra deck because it's unaffected. He's actually going to draw into, well, he already had his other copy of of Neo's Fusion. I think if he would have had another Dark Magician in his deck, he could have used Red Eye's Fusion and dropped Red Eye's Dark Dragoon. Maybe that would have gotten him there, but 2 copies of Rainbow Neos is not too shabby, but he can't get over this. This is why the play is so strong. 5,300 attack Accesscode Talker that's unaffected by everything. Even the Neo's God himself, well, 2 of them, him and his brother, even they can't take it down, and they just have to sit on the field doing nothing. It's very rare you see a Rainbow Neos that's pretty much at the mercy of an opponent's monster, but that's exactly what he has. Now, he isn't actually going to destroy those, but he essentially is just going to be attacking directly because he is going to cut both of them down to size, making them both 0 attack. But yeah, this is what you're kind of going for with this play. You get your 5,300 Accesscode Talker. He keeps the attack even throughout that turn, and then your opponent can't affect it with anything. And it's like, how exactly do they kill this damn thing other than just going for a kaiju? I mean, if they can get a monster over 5,300 attack, more power to them, I guess. Maybe Boros War Dragon, but for most decks, it's not exactly that easy. So he's going to attack. Well, he just scooped because he knew that it was game. 5,300 right here. And then another 3,300. I think that's 86 just between these 2 monsters, even without the Xcode Talker attacking. So I like this because even if your opponent can't kill this and they're like, well, Cap, I'm just gonna wait for I'm gonna wait for the protection to kind of expire, and they set a bunch of cards on the field. All right, well, that's when you just use Accesscode's effect and you start popping their stuff, and they can't respond to that. So I mean, I guess technically they can negate it in like the draw or standby phase, but they can't use things like Solemn Strike, and they can't respond with actual card effects. So yeah, Accesscode Talker, such an incredibly powerful card. Anyway, second duel is going to be what happens when you try to play that Numeron cheese, but you don't play it correctly. Using the Infinite Impermanence on the Planet Pathfinder, unfortunate that he had the limited copy of Terraforming. This means that he just activates Planet Pathfinder's effect. He doesn't care about it resolving. He just wants to get it off the field, so he can go into the the number 0. Honestly, I think it might have been better just to let the opponent go into S0 and then just save the impermanence for that. But I guess, like, what's the actual chances of him having another way to get the Numeron network? So unfortunate, but you know, what are you gonna do? Anyways, train deck is he's got his back up against the wall. Can't play Yu-Gi-Oh basically. So all he can do is just set cards, because Numeron cards, such a good idea, Konami. You want to make this duel even more cancer? Let's throw in a Red Eyes Dart Dragoon on top of S0, and somehow he actually is not gonna win this turn. I was super surprised by that, leaving his opponent with 800 life points. Let's reevaluate this duel really quickly. Who's gonna win this duel? You guys pause, answer that question, and leave it in the comment section and see if you were actually right. Because keep in mind, he will not be able to, like, I know you guys see the limit to removal. He's not going to be able to activate that. I mean, I guess he could chain in the draw phase, but with what monsters on field, he can't use any of these cards. In fact, he can't activate effects unless he top decks impermanence. If he does that, then I guess I'll just shut up. But I've seen this duel, and I'm pretty sure he's not going to top deck impermanence. So we'll see what he does top deck. I believe it might be another train monster. Well, Ruffian rare card gets him a surge, so that definitely helps. And you know what? He got another copy of Night Express Knight. So I guess it was like, I mean, granted, you shuffle your deck, but I guess it's like kind of irrelevant that he ended up getting it, because he was going to get another one back. Would you believe he's actually going to OTK this man on some serious train cheese without using any card effects? This will teach you to make your S00 attack and to keep a Verde Anaconda on the field. Blammo, 3,000 damage. Blammo, 3,500 damage. Coming back, no monster effects. No effects at all needed. And by the way, Red Eyes Dart Dragoon could not negate anything because he didn't activate any card effects. He didn't activate Lib, he didn't activate Limiter, or any of his actual effects. He just basically played Yu-Gi-Oh! The hard way, which is with no monster effect, well, no effects, period. So apparently S0 ain't even good. All you gotta do is just be playing rank 10 trains, and hope your opponent's S0 is 1,000 attack, and they also leave a Verde Anaconda on field, because that battle damage plus the 2,000 that he paid to summon this guy was enough to actually end the duel. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed those short duels. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.